24 underway here in Hamilton. The Tigers kicking off for the Warriors. And here comes Mitch Barnett with the first carry. Mitch Barnett playing his 11th game this season. He's been averaging 60 minutes. Had that neck problem earlier on. There's Nukore. Throws himself into the line. Dane Laurie making the tackle. David Clemmer and John Bateman. They're going to be two key figures if the Tigers are able to get over the Warriors in this contest. Warriors, if they win, will remain third on the NRL ladder. Wins earlier in this round too. The Broncos and the Panthers, they look pretty secure at the top, in the top two spots. Egan, away to Tuopiki. Very live wire, his third game of the season. Egan, there goes Johnson with the first kick. All the way down to Buller, the young fullback, Jareen Buller, the 21-year-old, and he's on the 20.
Well, they got 60 metres with the run. Put up a nice kick as well. Jareen Buller, you have to have plenty of numbers in front of him. He is a live wire, very dangerous to start to set off for his side.
Oh, on the sideline tonight, Honey Hirimi Smiler in your hometown, the NRL. Honey, you're on fire.
Oh, beautiful conditions down here in the Waikato, Glen, 8 degrees, no wind in sight, no cloud in sight. And I tell you what, the stadium feels like it's bursting out the seams. It's a packed crowd down here.
Well, Clemmer has ploughed himself into Wade Egan, who's had his head knocks this season. I'm sure he's going to be assessed after that one. As we see Upoi Kamanu handle the next one.
Independent doctor, he may take the call out of his hands and make sure he comes to the sideline for HI8.
There goes the kick from Brooks. Tuopiki, who's had a really solid season in the New South Wales Cup, and now the Warriors get the first penalty. So let's have a look at how Egan is. Freddie Lussick is the 18th man. Oh, look, that was ball on the head pretty much there, Monty.
Yeah, I think he's had his head to the side a little bit more, but, you know, there's knees, there's hips, there's big thighs, and Clemmer's a big man, but Freddie Lussick played 40 minutes in the Cup side with their victory early on, and he came off to be the 18th man for this game.
So far, Egan is remaining on the field. There's Rocco Berry. Gives it to Johnson, and now Funua Blake. It's just a little bit less fluent than they'd like to be off that tap penalty. Egan seems to be okay as Harris gives it to Barnett, just over the halfway line. Egan, quick play, the ball has Harris, and that's Metcalf running. Good tackle coming in from Laurie. He got him good. Finished off by Stafford Tor. And now Jackson Ford, try scorer last week against the Titans. Warriors playing at good pace early in this contest. Johnson swings it out to Tuopiki. Here's Rocco Berry. Dallin Wataniza-Lesniak. He just lost his footing.
Well, we've seen time and time again go down the sideline, use his twinkle toes and get in. He's also holding his shoulder as we see this shift coming out the back. Sean Johnson plays unders. Out to Tuopiki. Rocket Berry puts him through. No real room. Then he gets around Hofaluma.
Just a little tap there from Buller. Just did enough, didn't it? Well, that was a try-saving play right there from Buller.
We mentioned what Buller can do with the ball that time defensively. Very good. And you think if the side is going to win today, the Tigers, he's going to play big parts with them without the ball.
He's a prime prospect, the 21-year-old. As we see Laurie give it to Brooks. And now running at the line is Kapawa. In for his 16th NRL game this season, Papali'i. Up against his old team. Wonder what's going through his head. Playing against the first NRL team he played for. Now David Clemmer. Slow play the ball for the Tigers. They're just over the halfway line. And now Brooks with that left foot bomb again. Wataniza-Lesniak secure under the high one. Good chase by the Tigers. Lots of orange jumpers rushing up there, Monty.
It's a great line. They're up there, making sure they're trying to present that line in fast. Line speed's been a key for them. They know that they need to slow down the momentum of this middle forward pack.
Just keep an eye on Wataniza-Lesniak. That little shoulder niggle there. We just wonder about that. Tuopiki, this is a good little dab from him. He will Deputised just fine for Chance Nickel Crookstar. Just a different type of player, Monty.
Wonderful player of the Queensland Cup last year.
Egan. There's Johnson. And it's going to graze the touchline. So it'll be a scrum, or it will be possession rather, for the Tigers.
What a player Shaun Johnson is. Game management, being a 7 that attacks the line, 7 that even defensively puts on some plays with some shots that inspires the rest of the team. He really has been on this year, career best form.
I think he wanted that one to stay in though, didn't he? He would have preferred it to chase and really pin the Tigers down inside their own 10 with that kick. See what the Tigers are like, bringing the ball out of their own goal line. Start with poor. Roysau gives it to Laurie. Bit more space, not too much there for Isaiah Papali'i. He's right on his own 30. Roysau. Now Utoi Kamanu. Watch out if he gets those big legs pumping.
Big Stefano. I thought there was a late offload, not to beat.
Now there's Roysau inside the 40, but Tuopiki as quick as a flash scrubs out any possibility of a 40-20.
He read that well. Big play for his side. He knows he's got to be on defensively as well. Just his 4th appearance, been very good this year. Training trial contract to come over, took his chances, and he hasn't stopped ever since he got the first grade appearance.
He's super quick off the mark too, as we saw him gather that attempt at 40-20 from Roysau. Now Wataniza Lesniak on his team's 40. Here comes Nukore. Sinbind again last week. Little bit unlucky, you'd have to say, given that circumstances. Harris, short border. Mitch Barnett is straight through. 2-on-1 situation. Metcalf, see you later.
Well, that's what you want to do. You play through them. The short ball, we know that the side is the most potent through the middle of the field. That's where most of their tries come from. Knowing that they're doing so well, it's Luke Metcalf on task. Beautiful sleight of hand. No look pass to Barnett. Stops and pulls up a little bit there, but on his outside, coming nice and fast. Then Matty jumps up in celebration, honey.
Well, you can take another try assist to Tohu for the pass, as well as Mitch Barnett. I wonder if he could have gone all the way, second-guessed himself, but he gives it to the acceleration of Luke Metcalf. Gets his first try for the Warriors down here in the Waikato.
The passes from Egan and Harris were very flat, but Metcalf goes over to score the try. That's his 6th of the season. And well, after those hamstring issues he had earlier on in the year, he's been a fantastic replacement for Tamaire Martin. Gee, that's going to be an interesting squeeze of selection issues coming up in the next week or two. As Johnson, very handy conversion attempt. So 6 points to 0 after 8 minutes. The early try to Luke Metcalf.
Yeah, couldn't quite see from that angle, but I'm with you there, Glenn. I think the both passes were borderline at best.
You play to the whistle, don't you?
Yep.
Maybe it is the Warriors' year. Who knows?
Stay on here, boys.
It's good to have them in the discussion, in the very least. Again, execution is what has been a real feature of the Warriors' season so far. And just as I say that, Mitch Barnett makes a fool out of me.
Won't be happy with that, Mitch Barnett. He knows the importance of the first set after scoring a try. His contact and the tackle could always sell. He's been very good. Been brilliant for his side when he's been back. Deadly with the ball, very potent, but that time defensively really getting underneath the ball. Great stuff.
Yeah, it was poor ball security by Mark Barnett. He won't be happy with that, but the Warriors, as we've seen throughout 2023, have defended their line pretty well. And no one on the blind side here for the Tigers. Everyone's on the open side, and that's the way they go. As Brooks gives it back to Utoi Kamanu. He's inside the 10. Roysau. Here's Clemmer. Letting Whanua Blake in there. So is Harris. And the referee didn't like that intention to tip tackle there from Tohu Harris.
There's a handful, Clemmer. 3 of the big men in there to stop him. Weren't able to.
And now we get Whenua Pule, the young player, Wellington-born player, 21-year-old. He's 5 metres out. Karoisa, great chance for the Tigers to strike back. Short ball that time. Looked a little bit disorganised to David Clemmer, who took that one pretty well, in all honesty. Karoisa back on the open side to Luke Brooks. Nothing you can do there but take the tackle. Clemmer. This is out to Kapawa now. Johnson with the tackle. Kapawa trying to get to his feet quickly. Buller with the ball. Now here's Karoisau. Again, the Tigers looking a little bit clunky is the word, isn't it? Not as fluent as they'd like. Karoisau might get something here on the last. That's Laurie. Short ball to Bateman. And Bateman is sealed off. That's a disappointing set from the Tigers.
Yeah, I don't think Bateman was expecting that from Lowry. Tell you what, though, could always sell when he's down this end as opposed to running yardage. He is frightening. You look up and the threat that he has, the speed, the subtlety. His eyes light up himself.
So the Warriors hang on off that error from Barnett. Tanesa Lesniak. Good initial contact there from Isu Kapawa once again. Egan, Newcourt. She was Pule, hit him hard. But Newcourt, he is a tough rooster. Here's Whenua Blake. His 4th carry, coming up to 40 metres already. Still averaging 10 metres a carry. Harris. They're going to play some football here, Metcalf. But Laurie sealed off the space nicely there for the Tigers. So last play now for the Warriors. Still inside their own half. There goes Johnson's kick. Jareem Buller. There's support there from Junior Tupou. Tigers have reasonable field position off that kick. And now they're up towards their own 40.
Outside backs doing some wonderful work. Junior Tupou already. Really key to get a good start and forward to get the roll on like this. It was Papali'i, how strong.
He's a monster, isn't he? Laurie. Interesting to see him move into 5'8". Of course, he's been primarily a fullback, as we see Karoisau. There's space there for Clemmer. Good play by Api Karoisau. Finding some good space. Good hands from the dummy half again there as Brooks. Looks to put pressure on Tuopiki. Well, looked like it might have been lost forward by the Tigers. I think the bunker might be required to sort this one out.
On the last tackle, mate. Just confirm we got a knock on from the Tigers in the contest, please.
Chris Butler's been great too. We've already heard him talk both teams out of a number of penalties he could have blown. That's what you want as a player, to hear the referee communicate well to yourself and get an understanding of what he wants.
Just monitoring the offside players on the right-hand side. We'll follow them through. The main kick chaser is onside at this stage, Jareem Buller. The ball is touched first by the Tigers and knocked forward. We have a decision.
Your hand over up here. Play the ball. Play the ball. Yeah, last tackle, guys. I'll tell you where, we'll just wait for the screen.
Oh, Jareem Buller, he's featured on both sides of the field, hasn't he? It's going to be part of the equation for sure.
He's an attacking weapon for sure. So Pompey.
Right, John, give room!
Tigers will be right up in the face of the Warriors here. They would love to lure an error out of them. Jackson forward. Egan shrugged off that hit knock early. There's Barnett with a late offload. Good hands. Here's Harris. Carrying a couple of moments back. Tohu Harris. Papali'i was one of them. Egan again. Johnson. There's Newcourt. Just ankle tap there. Try again by Karoisau. Read that well. And there's a set restart for the Warriors for Whenua Blake.
That's a tough one, 4th tackle after defending pretty well, working hard. 6 again.
The Warriors won't panic. Barnett over the 40. Early try in the game to Luke Metcalf after 6 minutes. Here's Egan, now Harris. Johnson with front foot running ball. Back comes Newcourt. No ankle tap this time. As he hit the line nice and hard.
Yeah, risk-free play at the line. Quick play of the ball, same way.
Duo Picky. Exciting, close to the ruck. He gets to speed very quickly, as I mentioned earlier. Now Johnson, look at the space. Harris, good tackle there on Tohu Harris. The Warriors looking dangerous again. Last play for them. Here's Johnson. Adam Pompey. Second try for the Warriors. Execution again is top-notch.
What about choice of pass? The pass selection, Sean Johnson looked like he was going to thread the needle, put it in goal. But the pass selection, the ball to Adam Pompey, outstanding.
Well, he hasn't had many tries this year, Honey, but Pompey powers over, and when he's in space, he can nail it.
Oh, too big, too strong, and look at the line that he hits there. Straight and direct, straight over the Tigers defenders, but as you mentioned, Monty, look at the beautiful flat pass here from Sean Johnson. Another try assist to his name, brings him up to 25. That effectively makes him equal with Stacey Jones.
That's right. Amazing season for Sean Johnson. A changing kicker here too. Pompey's going to try and convert his own try. We might see what that's about, Honey. Trying a little scouting mission. Maybe Johnson might have a little nickel or something. I'm not sure. We'll clarify that, but it's unusual to see Pompey take this kick.
Worrying signs for the Tigers. The short ball was on as well. Pompey was the one to take the pass. Jackson Ford was in as well.
So this is Pompey with his third kick of the year. Just his third kick. He's nailed both his other ones. There you go. Pompey nails the conversion. Warriors make a hot start, 12 points to 0.
See here, Jackson Ford's running a line. He was actually in space too. Beautiful pass, just outside. His defender, Pompey, has run some solid lines this year and scored some very good tries.
It's his fourth try this season, Adam Pompey. Between him and Rocco Berry, they haven't scored too many this year, Monty, but it's there's been more good link players. And we've seen, of course, Montoya. And there's another drop ball from Mitch Barnett. Can you believe it? Second time in a row, and Paulier picks up the loose ball.
Well, you put your side under pressure straight away. That's how you defend the mistake.
There's Utoi Kamanu. Big, tall man. Lots of athleticism. Almost loses it, but he still has it. Clemmer, staring flat. Set restart, Brooks. Tigers looking to pounce immediately. Kapawa cut down by Berry. That's a good tackle. Junior Tupou picks up the ball. Now Brooks again. Can they execute this time? There's Paulier. Loses his footing. Roysow keeps it on the open side. Brooks to Laurie. Laurie! Oh, lovely pass, and there's a try. Toa goes over to score it. It's going to need confirmation from the bunker. Ah, okay, obstruction, reckons Chris Butler.
Looks like Metcalf took the decoy runner. You see here, look, Luke Brooks going to the line in some nice shape. He goes back door.
The ball's caught on the outside of the lead runner. It's a defensive decision there by Luke Metcalf. We're playing on at this point. and the ball is grounded in the in-goal by the Tigers. We have a decision.
So it's going to be a try for Stafford Tor. They were threatening to execute one, and they did.
Well, that's right. From first observation, when I saw that, Luke Metcalf did bite on the lead runner, which made it look like obstruction because he took the bait. Hook, line, and sinker. Once again, this comes down to the fact that you're playing without the ball this end. You see Luke Metcalf jump on the lead runner. Murray almost gets through. Definitely a try. Of course, you can't rule on a full pass when you go to the third ref.
Good work by Dane Laurie there, honey. That was excellent.
Oh, the partnership between Dane Laurie and Stafford Tor have been building over the weeks. He was busy last week. He's an instinctive player, real quality centre. Can open the try scoring for the Tigers tonight as the rain starts to come down here at FMG Stadium in Hamilton.
A little bit of rain falling. Tor, of course, an Auckland-born player. And now here is Kroisau, who's taken over the goal kicking with Brandon Wakeham not on the team at the moment. Kroisau's been doing a pretty decent job with the goal kicking. So he converts the try, and it's 12 points to 6, 80 minutes played in the first half.
Lost that pace. Murray just jumps on it. Metcalf bites on the lead runner. Plenty of room out the back.
Tim Sheens, Tigers coach, would have wanted a response. Barnett, well, he's been ball security just hampering him a little bit. He'll want to improve that the next time. They get a kick restart. And Luma is going to take the first carry himself. Didn't like it either, the contact.
Off into a bullet. I would have loved to see him take that ball. Wonderful player. And the moment he debuted, I really enjoyed the way he plays. Powerful runner. Nice head up again.
He's been around a long time, hasn't he? Here's Laurie. Laurie! Clean break by Dane Laurie. Oh, yes! Luke Brooks is away! Fantastic Tigers try right there. And Dane Laurie creates 2 tries in the space of 2 minutes.
2 tries back-to-back and sensational that time, going 100 metres from the kickoff. The Warriors having a look around, needing to defensively be a hell of a lot better. Once again, Lowry with the show. Dropped a couple of players on the inside, then he put the wheels on again. Luke Brooks backing up like all good halfbacks. They've gone 100 metres, honey.
Oh, huge change of momentum down here. The Tigers really taking it to the Warriors when the 2 halfbacks pair up like this. Really hard to take. Warriors defenders lying all over the field.
Great try from Luke Brooks and fantastic play from Laurie. Just had that little instinct, didn't he? And off he went.
Well, over the years, he really has caused havoc when he's played against the Warriors, but it's normally at the back. This time moved closer to the ball and getting more touches. Seems to like playing against the Warriors.
Kroisau. His conversion attempts, he's going at 88% this season. Great response from the Tigers. As he locks the scores up, does Api Kroisau, and it is 12 points all. Oh, look at it there, just the gap between the 2 front rowers. Monty, and he was off.
Oh, it's just a change of pace. When he dropped the 2 boys under, there was not a lot on it. It was pretty much walking. Then that change of pace, the acceleration just left him for dead, right between 2 boys. Gone, and this is what it does. It builds the momentum, gets the courage up. Just can't wait to run the ball again.
And it gives the Warriors plenty to think about, doesn't it? Well, this game hasn't lacked entertainment in the first 20 minutes, has it? Four converted tries. Utoi Kamanu with that late offload. Well, the Tigers giving it a crack. Tua plays the ball. Now John Bateman. Warriors haven't seen the ball for a little while. And the Tigers are completed at 100% through the first 20 minutes of the game, as we see David Clemmer. Here's Brooks. So kicking on the fourth tackle as Montoya scrambles back for it. Good kick. Very good kick by Brooks. Just a gnarly bounce there for the Warriors. That's a good run, isn't it?
That's a great carry. Start a step, bit of a goosey, pokes his nose through, gets a quick play of the ball. That's what releases the pressure.
Pompey on the 20. Here's Delamatini Zalesniak. The Warriors had virtually no ball, as you just saw in the last 5 minutes. Finally, they get their hands on the ball. Here's the last play. Berry plays it. Johnson's inside the 40. To try and hoist it away from Buller, but he's positioned perfectly as the Tigers fullback. Here's David Nofoaluma. Game feels like it might have just settled down finally as we see John Bateman take the next carry.
It's not a name we've said much today, and you know how good John Bateman is.
100%. Oh dear, now Egan has got a fend to the throat there by Upoi Kamanu.
Tackle one, he's right in the way here.
Was it an elbow? Let's have a look and see.
Time's off, mate.
There's the forearm, right on the Adams apple. You can see it right there. I don't think it was deliberate. There's no malice in it, but nonetheless.
Still not in a good way here, matey.
We just heard from Chris Butler there too. What did he say? He's not in a good way.
Boys, I'm worried about this first, okay? Just take the guys back and I'll talk to you, okay?
Is he talking about Stefano or is he talking about
guys.
Wade Egan?
Matty,
I think he's just concerned about Egan for now.
Matty talking. Yeah, mate.
It's going to be interesting to see how this is handled, Monty. Because I think you're right. There was no malice in that at all.
Yeah. He's still not in a good way on the field here. I think at least a report here, Matty. Yep.
The indication is Upoi Kamanu's going to go and report for that. But more concern is what is going to be Wade Egan's condition.
It's an area where...
What are we doing, guys? Are we going to do a HIA or...?
You are vulnerable.
Yeah,
no way to tense that up.
It's going to be behind play now, so we're going to go, okay? Still. He's going to go off. That's right. I'll explain. Okay, we acknowledge that it's the ball carrying arm, but the fact that it ends up there in the neck, that's dangerous contact. So it's going to be a penalty, it's going to go and report, okay? Okay, it hits here, but it goes up in the neck, and that's dangerous contact. I got my jaw through. I can't remember what happened last week, let alone then.
So it's going to be a penalty for the Warriors.
On report, Stefano.
And whether we see Wade Egan again in this game, we'll just wait and see. So Bailey Sirenen is coming on. So that's where that is.
And as we saw last week with Taintua Piki getting brought into the match, with foul play, if it goes on report, you can bring another one. Freddie Larsick is the 18th man who could come in at any stage as well.
Larsick had half a game in the New South Wales Cup earlier on today, so let's just monitor that for you as we see Sirenen slot into dummy half. Here goes Fanor Blake. Up towards the 10-metre line now. Warriors looking to re-establish themselves, get some control back in the contest. Johnson, good short ball, New Courtier. That angle behind the ruck. Sirenen. Here's Johnson again. Now Harris. Metcalf, no space for him this time. Was that touched by a Tigers player? It wasn't. So Jackson Ford, that's the 4th tackle. Sirenen. Lots of Tigers players there to defend him. So last play comes, and it's Barnett at dummy half. Johnson waits to kick beautifully, and that's a good end of the set to the Warriors.
Beautiful kick, well weighted, a deft touch in fact, just what his side needs right now. A chance to get the ball back, some repeat sets, and this game really is in the balance.
Is he happy that Bears supported, you reckon? Well, he should be. That's a good kick there from Johnson. Gives him a chance to hit the reset button too. So see Sean Bloor come on for the Tigers. And here's Adam Fanua-Blake. Now he led with the 4-run there too. But Papali'i carried on with the game as we see Harris give it to Barnett. Good tackling by the Tigers. They've really got some ruck control at the moment. The Warriors not quite finding it as easy as they perhaps were earlier. There's Tuopiki. Always squeezes between those two defenders. Great little run again from the fullback, Rocco Berry. Johnson, Harris. There's Metcalf. Short ball to Jackson Ford. Warriors looking to keep the pace up. That's Sirenen. Metcalf. North Luma just got him by the shirt. Last play now, as we see Sirenen. Johnson, not a great pass from Sirenen. Johnson trying to make the best of something. And it's been picked up by Junior Tupou, and it's play on, and the Tigers have it.
He did good job, Sean Johnson, considering the pass he got. Watini Zalez now gets up really high. It's what they can do defensively now as the Tigers come out of their own end. But a sustained pressure in defence. They've got to work out from their own end. They have gone 100 metres before.
That's Bloor playing the ball. Now Bateman. They'll just take the tackle. Still inside their own half is Koroisau. Didn't want to throw a forward pass to Dane Laurie. Just overran it a touch.
Oh, so dangerous. It's more of him trying to have a bite and go himself.
Brooks steps outside the 40. And Tuopiki again in very good position. Tuopiki's knuckles so far. 9th carry, and that's 63 metres from now Marcelo Montoya. Metcalf. Now Watani Zalesniak. Good tackle by Pule. Absolutely nailed Dallin as we see Fanua-Blake take the next carry. Averaging 60 minutes a game. And we'll need to do that again here in Hamilton tonight as we see Johnson kicking on the 5th tackle. And that's good play from North Luma, tracking back for Jarin Buller. And now the Warriors will be desperate for Talua Nera. Here, Monty.
Looks like they're trying to pick up the tempo, the pace, the line speed's there as well. Luma shows long. He's pushed back over his line.
Oh, a little error too. Jackson Ford. Great play from him there. That was pure one-on-one brilliance from Jackson Ford.
Was a scavenger. He always goes after it, Jackson Ford. Does everything right. The ball, defensively. Sometimes just what you needed for a side. Tory Harris in there as well. It was the second effort on him. Just that loose bit of carry. Wrapped them up, did a good job with the levers underneath the elbows. Good opportunity now for the Warriors.
Big opportunity. Jackson Ford doing a great job there. Barnett's off for the Warriors. Zilla Walker is out there.
Let him in there, John. John, don't strike. Break.
Sirenen. Metcalf and Fanua-Blake's going to settle it down for the first place. So they're 10 metres out. So far, their execution down this end of the field's been top-notch. Johnson luring or getting that one try and forcing a line drop out as well. So Walker. Sirenen again. Harris. Well handled that time by Clemmer and by Bateman.
Got a hand on the ball stuff.
Johnson. You caught it. Always exciting when he hits the line nice and hard. But Twal got him. So did Sean Bloor. Sirenen. That's Dylan Walker. Here's Metcalf. Now Pompey. Plenty of numbers there though for the Tigers. Last play now. Better pass that time from Sirenen. Here's Johnson. Ooh, and there's a little clever kick. Oh, brilliant. That is brilliant. And Metcalf's over for a double.
Marty, we're on tackle 6. We have a no try based on Luke Metcalf being offside from the kick.
Let's see if he was ahead of the kick out. Oh, yes, look at that. He's well ahead there, Monty.
We're just monitoring Luke Metcalf on the inside of Sean Johnson. He's offside at this point in time.
Get played on here.
The ball is kicked up by the Warriors. The ball does not travel 10 metres before Luke Metcalf gets involved. We have a decision.
Well, they almost made something from nothing there.
Yeah.
Yep, some beautiful play, but he's been on. Chris Butler, I've already mentioned his name a few times today. That time he was bang on. Just in front. Great work from Rocco Berry as well. All to no avail. No try. Tigers come out of their own end.
Well, let's see what the Tigers can do off that penalty. Again, the Warriors will be looking for a big defensive play. Twal, Laurie. Tigers looking more confident now. Those back-to-back tries have really energised them, both with and without the ball. Koroisau. Here's Twal. And they keep it going, though, the Tigers.
Make sure you're wrapping all the time, Marty.
Brooks. Nicely done to the line as Laurie flicks it back to Isaiah Papali'i. Tough man to tackle, isn't he?
Still going.
Brooks. And that's been lost by Sean Bloor.
Double knock on.
Referee Butler says the Warriors also knocked it on. So
shot clock's on. Bit quicker here, guys. Let's go, guys, quicker.
Well, it's a shame for the Tigers. Let the pressure off the Warriors. Looking good that ball. He's very good defensively that time, coming through the middle of the field. Important 10 minutes coming up.
Very much so. Both teams looking for that killer blow before half-time. There's Wataniza Lesniak. Here's Nukore. Oh, Nukore. Back goes Koroisau. Fanua Blake. Oh. Here is Sirenen still continuing. Still no update on Wade Egan, folks, as we see forward. Run into Dane Laurie. Rule set restart for the Warriors.
Oh, that's a hard one for the Tigers after all that, especially ask Uppy.
Second time.
Fanua Blake and Marata.
Johnson. Here's Nukore. Looking for good ruck speed here, the Warriors, to keep the Tigers tracking backwards. Here's Walker. Harris, good pass from Walker. Harris almost wriggling and finding the way.
Feet on the catch.
Here's Walker off the short pass this time. Nice variety from the Warriors that time. Sirenen continues in that dummy half roll. Johnson. Well, that's hit Nukore. And it's a penalty anyway for the Warriors. It looks like offside play by the Tigers.
Well, it's a shame it hit Nukore because it looked like if they went out the back, it's going to be good.
Johnson not happy with that execution.
It's potentially meant to be a tunnel ball behind the lead runner and in front of Marata Nukore. Tigers have to be strong defensively.
Important part of this first half. The Warriors really in a arm wrestle at the moment. Tigers doing pretty well. As we see Whanua Blake. Go close again. 2 metres out. Johnson. To Opiki, that's good. Watani's a Lesniak! Oh! Surely not. Surely yes.
Not even having a look. So that's a yes, Glenn. That's a surely yes. Tell you what, he hasn't had much of a chance. Dylan Watani's a Lesniak. Had the shape coming on the right of Taintua Opiki. He flew through the air, honey.
Oh, spectacular try. And the crowd's been waiting to see Dylan in the corner there. Flying through, up in the air, doing what he does best. Great try from Dylan.
All I have to say, Glenn, is just how the control, the poise, beautiful.
Far out, that was good, wasn't it? Well, he's had a few memorable Fisher finishes this season, but that probably tops the lot.
I say the Tigers had to do a lot defensively. There's a lot thrown at them in repeat sets. A lot of Dylan Watani's signs. Look at that. He had to go sideways. He had to travel through the air while he was rotating. Got that ball down. Great grip on the ball.
Of course, he's good Waikato blood, isn't he? Dylan Watani's This is his home patch.
Plenty of whānau in the crowd for him.
Good was that finish. Extraordinary. So the Warriors reclaim the lead. And Pompey continues with the goal-kicking duties. Tough one for Pompey from the sideline. Oh, very close. 16 points to 12 with 6 minutes to play in the first half. We'll look at this one, Monty. Could look at this all day.
Oh, Taintua Opiki came around to the swinging. Dylan Watani's had some work to do. So, yeah. Indeed. Soul glow.
Fan favourite all of a sudden, isn't he? 16 points to 12. You see Jackson forward. Give it to Harris. Extravagant from Harris on that kick return. As we see Sirinen continue in that dummy half roll as Walker. Tavanga on the bench again tonight. Not used so far by coach Andrew Webster. Josh Curran as well, as we see Nukuri. Adam Whanua Blake. Big first half coming from Adam Whanua Blake. He's already run for 114 metres from 13 carries. Season's average is 150 metres per game, as we see Johnson. Not taken late, according to the referee. He had a good look at it. As Junior Tupou returns the ball here. Another New Zealand-born player in the Tigers lineup. As that misty rain starts to fall again here at Waikato Stadium. Kuroisau. There's Laurie, in fact, that dummy half. It's Pompey with that tackle. Tigers not looking too expansive in this set. Bateman, nothing much he can do with that pass, except take the tackle. So the Tigers are going to end the set inside their own half. So a kick important here for the West Tigers. Brooks. Opiki got some work to do now. Not a bad option, I've got to say, Monty, to put a grubber kick through like that when it's starting to rain a bit. good option by Luke Brooks.
Yeah, look, he's a smart halfback, no doubt about it. His kicking game, as we're seeing, everyone's kicking game is really crucial, especially in conditions like these.
Yeah. Metcalf shrugging off a couple of tackles. Misty, it looks like, Honey. Is it misty or is it a bit heavier?
Yeah, it's starting to come down quite hard now, and you can see the conditions playing a bit of a factor in terms of the games. Still no word on Wade Aiken, but he has run out of time in terms of his HIA, so we might get some advice on that soon.
And Walker has lost the ball there.
And that's what the conditions do. In contact, nothing in it. You're going to the line. They're coming with line speed as well. Just took his eye off the ball. I think he's looking at the gap that presented for Tuhu Harris, but you got to catch that ball first. Brooks once again in that area there, which makes you have a look. You have a look at him and forces the errors.
He's having a fine game, Luke Brooks. Hasn't put a foot wrong so far in this contest. Got a try as well. So, big chance here for the Tigers. I'd love one more try before half-time. Alex Seyfarth out there now for the Tigers. Royce again at dummy half. Back on the inside run goes Alex Twal. Groisau. That's Brooks. Nicely to the line, Laurie. Can they execute here through Bula? Toa. And there's Brooks's kick to Opiki. Just got there in time. And here's Delawatani Zalesniak. They're out in the field of play.
Brilliant, brilliant play. Just mention the conditions and how hard it is. But to do that, pretty much like a circus act. And they get the penalty.
Tigers defence too keen there. That was composure in the in goal from the Warriors. Honey, you've got an update on Wade Egan.
Yes, he will return to the bench for the Warriors. He's passed his HIA. There was a bit of trouble getting some communication out of him due to the injury to his windpipe, but he's effectively passed the HIA and will rejoin the bench for the Warriors.
Wow, he's a tough cookie, isn't he?
It's great news. He is an important part of this Warriors side as a leader, as a ball player. So what though? Bailey Sheridan coming on, it didn't look out of place. He's really worked at his game at a dummy half.
But Blake looking for the late offload. It's a good one too. There's Alex Seyfarth on report for that earlier incident. Here's Metcalf. Metcalf! Oh, Laurie almost got rid of Laurie. Pompey. 30 seconds left in this first half. Johnson with an option. You really do admire the endeavour from the Warriors with 30 seconds to play. They're just looking for something.
Yeah, worth a try. We've seen when they've kicked them early. They've had some joy. It's time they get the penalty. 10 seconds to try and repel whatever the Tigers can throw at them.
Coach Webster won't be overly happy with the first half. The Tigers will have one last play. And as we see Brooks. Laurie. Bateman wasn't expecting the ball. Brooks. All of a sudden, there could be a 2-on-1 situation here. And in the end, crisis averted by Rocco Berry. So an interesting first half, a very exciting start to the first half. And that try by Delawatani Zalesniak's going to live long in the memory here in Hamilton. That put down was absolutely incredible. Warriors leading at halftime by 16 points to 12. Waikato Stadium, Warriors leading 16 to 12. It's going to be the Tigers with the first possession. Here's David Nofoaluma throwing himself right into the thick of it. Messi played the ball, but it's okay, says the referee. Sean Moore plays that one. Bateman now. Feels like he had a quiet first half. Haven't seen much ball playing from him. Groisser. Here's Laurie. And they're looking to play some football straight away. Maybe catch the Warriors on the hop a little bit. No space there for Asu Kapawa. That was unlucky for the Tigers. The referee called held just before.
It was. You see Laurie running a similar line that broke through from the other end last time. Running 100 metres to score a try.
It's safer. Brower in his 44th NRL game tonight. Brooks with the kick. Again, keeping it low. Ground will be moist, but it bounces up favourably there for Tuopiki.
Hasn't put a foot wrong. Tuopiki. It's been very good from start. Courageous at times too.
Montoya could have given it to Pompey there. Could have opened up on that left edge. Here's Metcalf. They're keeping it on the left as Pompey takes a run. Got a try in the first half. The other try scorer is Metcalf. And Wataniza Lesniak, Toa and Brooks for the Tigers. And here goes Metcalf again. Fantastic footwork, but all that good work's been undone. And Bateman has it for the Tigers. Let's get an update. Honey, hit him, he smiler. What's happening?
Well, we got Jazz Savanga up on his feet. He'll be getting ready to get out onto the field, but Wade Egan has actually gone off to hospital. They want to check out that throat injury, so we'll get an update once we hear back from that.
Jeepers, that doesn't sound too good, does it, for Wade Egan? So a set restart for the Warriors as Papali'i tries to wrestle through Sean Johnson. Groisau. Here's Brooks. Back on the inside is Twal.
Release. Hold it. Two. Go through.
Groisau. Getting up to speed beautifully there. Sean Bloor. There's the offload. Groisau. They've lost it, the Tigers. That's, again, the Tigers threatening their execution. Just not quite there again.
What's a shame. They got into space. They were clear. Groisau has been doing everything today. He's disappointed. All let's do is pass that on. Great. Look at this. Breaks through. Bloor. Groisau's right there. Oh, he would just eat those for breakfast every time. Very disappointed in himself. That ball goes to hand. Anything could have happened.
Stay bound.
So the Warriors are going to have to do it tough for the rest of the game. With Wade Egan out of the contest and on his way to hospital. Wataniza Lesniak. He caught one around the head there. He has. High tackle. I think he got a little.
Does that mean that they activate Darcy Lussick? Not Darcy, Freddie Lussick.
Let's just check out this high tackle first. Don't think there was much in that one, really.
No. It's a pretty good shot. Just really off the shoulder. Came a little bit over. It's contact to the head, no real force.
Asu Kapawa is the player who's put on report.
Sure, give room. Alex, lock in. Here, Alex, wait. Alex, wait. Hold. Go on. Stay with me here, Alex. That's it. Lady ball. Alex, hold. Alex.
Fanua Blake right on the halfway line. Here's Walker. What about going offloading the ball at the line there, but it's a good carry by Dylan Walker.
Hold Alex, wait. Hold it, wait. Go through.
Cernan continuing in that dummy half roll. Tuopiki. Nukuri. Kept them very quiet in this game. Manato Nukuri, having said that, looks like he's run 100 metres already. Here's Harris. That's Johnson. Johnson almost through. Last play, Johnson's up very quickly. Chance out here on the left. Pompey. But the Tigers regathered themselves really well there and shut the attack down.
Let's put Boots ball that time. He was the half. Wasn't really on in terms of throwing the extra pass. Let's put Boots ball and maybe force an error or at very best get a repeat set.
A little loose carry there. And Nathan Nofoaluma.
I believe he uses the ground to stop the knock on. He uses the ground and moves on the ground. Shot clock's on. Where do you want it?
Well, they're not going to challenge it by the look of it.
Middle.
Nofoaluma wanted the challenge.
Jazz itching to come on. Check this one out here again. Oh, yep. Referee Butler's continuing his excellent match, isn't he, Monty?
Yes, he's been brilliant. I just love the communication with the players. He's talked a number of players out of being penalised. Great opposition, great opportunity now for the New Zealand Warriors.
Here goes Sirenen off the back of the scrum. Can they execute here, the Warriors? Fedor Blake, Walker. Nice tackle there from Sean Bohr again. Sirenen, Johnson, Jackson forward.
John straight away. Hold him, wait. 6 to go.
Set restart. Tigers looking to keep Sean Johnson quiet again.
As twice has been tackled in the last couple of sets, it's a good sign for this Warriors side.
Plenty of tackles up their sleeve as Harris can't get the offload away to Dylan Walker. Well, Jazz Tavanga out there, in fact, now. Wants to get his hands on the ball. Well, that's been touched by a Tigers player. Should be a restarted tackle. Count it is as Rocco Berry. Oh, that's a high tackle. Seyfarth makes that tackle. He's already on report for a high tackle. Sirenen, now Jazz Tavanga. Drives towards the line, Jazz.
Oh,
did he get it down? He's held up. He almost scores an impossible try there.
And that's what happens when you come off the bench. You're nice and fresh, leg drive. Really heard Webby referred to as the leg speed. The Ball brothers, himself and Walker.
Well, severe pressure on the Tigers' defence here. Can they hold out? Be an amazing achievement if they can. Sirenen. Johnson. Execution not quite there to Opiki. Tidies up again. Tavanga. Runs straight at Seyfarth again. They're already having a good battle. And there's a penalty.
Someone will sit down.
Here is the message loud and clear for the Tigers.
They've been good defensively, the Tigers. They've been turning up for each other. They've been defending very hard. Repeat sets makes it very difficult. We know that already the Warriors had more position in the second half, 60-40. With their fair share already.
That was interesting. The Warriors were really seriously considering taking the 2 points there. Tavanga. I reckon they can crack them. Sirenen, now Harris. Harris. Again, can't get the arms through for that offload. Slow play the ball. Papali does really well to slow it down. Another penalty. Oh, now, is there someone going to the bin here?
Unfortunate your foot through the rock. That was not deliberate. He's just in an unfortunate position.
Okay.
Hold here. Wait, go.
Fedor Blake.
Hold it. Wait. Wait. Go.
Sirenen. Johnson running onto that one with more purpose. Nukori, they hold him out. He's just looking to accelerate these plays. A little bit sluggish at the moment. Tavanga. Papali'i gets in there on Jazz Tavanga. His former teammate. Sirenen again. Harris! Tohu Harris scores for the second straight week.
Very good stuff from Captain Tohu Harris. When your side needs it most, you look to your big man in stature, big man in mana, and big man in terms of getting the points when your side needed it most. Tohu Harris.
Well, a simple play there, Honey, but very effective.
Oh, absolutely. And who better to get the Warriors on the ball for the second half than their influential Captain Fantastic and Tohu. The second try for the season. He'll be happy with that one.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, once again, Bailey Sirenen, we make mention that he was probably a reluctant dummy half to start the season, but over the course of the season, he's worked really hard on the finer points of the game, the subtleties, what he should be doing. That was his choice to play short that time to Tohu Harris. He could see he was on, isolated defenders. He ran a bit of an overs line. He chose that. One-on-one, he knew that's all he needed. It was enough for the big Tohu Harris to get over.
Sirenen, you'd have to say, he was obviously not expecting to get thrown out at dummy half again in the first half. And he was a little bit, it took him a little while to settle into this game, but going solid now. Now Adam Pompey continuing the goal kicking. Nice handy conversion attempt, and Adam Pompey nails that one. So he's 2 from 3 on the night. 22 points to 12. And Honey, you got an update as to why Adam Pompey is goal kicking? Yeah?
Sounds like Sean Johnson handed the reins over to him tonight. No real reason behind it. No niggly injury, anything like that. Sean's just decided that Adam can have a crack tonight at the goal kicking.
There we go. So 22 points to 12, 30 minutes to play. The Tigers finally cracked. That was a pretty resolute effort from them to start the second half on their own line there, Monty.
They've been great tonight, the Tigers. As we said, they've really come, and you'd be forgiven for thinking they've been playing at home, Leichhardt Oval. Very strong.
Jackson Ford. Here's Jazz Tavanga. Running at the line again with a lot of purpose that time. There's Marata Nukore. Adam Fedor-Blake just overrunning the pass a touch. And that's the difference, isn't it, between having a regular dummy half like Jazz Tavanga and a makeshift dummy half like Bailey Sirenen. Just the odd pass like that, Monty.
Yep, absolutely. It makes a difference in terms of, you know, this game, there's not much in it.
Futo looking a little shaky under that one. Great chase from Berry. He's having a solid game, Rocco Berry, in this one. Now, this is Kapawa, right on his 20.
Sean Johnson leading the line speed.
Wula, it is with the ball. Making many metres on their first 3 tackles in this set. See what Luma can do. Royce kicks. Well, that's an unfortunate collision. Still play on. So not played out by the Warriors, so the tackle count just carries on. And now Brooks inside the 40. Inside the 40. It's out on the full. It's out on the full from Luke Brooks.
Well, that's pressure. That is pressure. We've really wrapped him up tonight and saying his kicking game's being on. He's been doing some great stuff for his side at that time when they needed it most. And he thought he was going to go for a 40-20. He overcooked it. There's a right on attack again.
Harris gets back to business. Puts the hard hat on. Metcalf. Inside ball to Jackson Ford, who runs straight over the top of one of the Tigers players. It was Dane Laurie. And Bateman just gives Ford a little shoulder. They're having a good battle, aren't they? Johnson to the line again. Whanua-Blake almost crashes through. Sirenen. Johnson back inside to Curran with his first touch. 2 tackles left in the set. Sirenen again. Harris. And it's going to be Tigers' ball. It wasn't initially touched there by Junior Tupou, I think it was, or was it Kapawa? But anyway, Norfolk Luma's got it. So the Tigers survive. Don't execute inside the 20. Harris with that tackle. Just the 1 score in the second half. Hope you're enjoying the game, folks. Harris with the try. Pompey with the goal. 22 points to 12 to the Warriors. Warriors will remember, they will remain 3rd in the NRL and get a little step closer to locking up that top 4 spot. Brooks inside his 30. Tain Tuaupiki.
Each and every time he runs, you just feel like he's going to bust through. He pokes his nose through. It's a quick play of the ball, and the next one that comes gets a little bit more joy.
Montoya plays it right on the halfway line. Now Pompey. Johnson. Back to Jazz Tavanga. Jazz is right in the thick of it again. He loves it, doesn't he? For Noah Blake. That's Metcalf inside to Jackson for the Warriors. Making good meters on that play.
So, big play.
Oh, it's a steal.
1-on-1 steal.
Wow. No, hang on. Ooh, and now it's a penalty to the Tigers.
Dane Lowry. Very smart player. Found the opportunity, could sense that his side was tiring. Retreating in defence. Really were making inroads, the Warriors. When he ended the ball, they've been starved of possession.
Front foot here, guys, front foot.
Tells John Bateman to leave. And he takes it 1-on-1.
Great play there from Dane Laurie. 12. Curran makes the tackle on Luke Brooks.
Just the one change in the first half. First 40 minutes from Webby. Now he's bringing in a lot of his boys. Andrew Webster. Sense that the Tigers are, although valiant, they are tiring a little bit.
The Tigers still have David Clemmer and Utoi Kamanu. Speak of the devil. He's back out there. And now Brooks with plenty of time to bomb this one. Tuaupiki coming forward. He takes it really well.
Wonderful catch. Tain Tuaupiki. Wonderful work.
And here goes Dalawatani Zalesniak, who's pretty much been a passenger in these first 16 minutes of the second half.
Those collisions. 12. Epikuru South really are. At the time even Lowry dropping the shoulder.
Montoya. Frustrated. Bateman. That is niggly best.
We're not going to carry on. Do you want to be penalised? Wait for me now, stay there. On 3.
Can't argue with that, eh? Do you want to be penalised?
Go 3.
No, sir, I'll play the ball.
Blake.
Alex, up together.
170 metres now. From 20 hit-ups. Johnson inside the 40.
Inside 40. Bailey, give 10.
Back goes Bula.
Okay, everyone's on.
No rain in the second half, but the earlier rain has this field nice and dewy and slippery at the moment. Oh, this is good play. This is brilliant. Away goes Bula. And Laurie with the gas. That's a great Tigers try again in this contest.
Well, they've been scoring them from a long way up. Gone 100 metres, they've gone 80 metres on that occasion. Just down the shortest of short sides. Joreen Bula just gets himself through, draws in Tain Tuaupiki. The chase back is valiant, but it's not enough. Dane Lowry, been exceptional for his side tonight.
That was brilliantly finished, Honey, wasn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful to see Bula and Laurie pair up together down that short side. They catch the Warriors napping and they expose them. It's a great long-range try.
Well, you have to say, a move from full-back into 5/8 for Dane Laurie has been a pretty decent move, particularly based on the form we've seen in this game. You know, he set up those 2 tries in the first half, Monty. Now he's got one in the second.
Oh, he hasn't stopped trying. He's been throwing himself around, even defensively. But there's a number of players on the side that can attack from anywhere. They've got speed, definitely got X-factor as well. To think that they haven't won in 9 outings consistently or consecutively, they are really good. They turn it on, and normally behind this guy, they're a side to watch.
Api Kuroisau now. Get the margin back to 4. And that's where we were at half-time, and that's where we are once again. 22 points to 18. Good game here in Hamilton. And a wonderful 20 minutes coming up in Prospect, and that was a very fine try.
Here they are. Here's Tigers fans. Look at the flags flying, signs. Colours for all to see.
So Pompey restarts play again. Here's Utoikamanu.
It's brutal.
He is, isn't he? 70 metres, 10 carries. And now Bateman with the next one. Royce out. Good option to go down the short side again. So good at nipping away, isn't he? Poor.
He's so dangerous, his deception.
Laurie. Back on the angled run, Alex Twal. It's Coruscant again, drawing and passing. And there, the Tigers have returned pretty decent. Over the halfway line they go. And there goes Brooks's kick. It's been knocked on by Papali'i there, I reckon. And he has.
He'd dearly love to win against his old side,
Wouldn't he?
back at home in New Zealand. Warriors yet to win the NRL at this ground as well. They're hoping tonight's the night, but the Tigers are doing their best to ensure it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it's a game in the balance for sure. As we see Watani Zalesniak take the next carry. Completion rates for both teams now dipping under 80% as Curran takes the next hit up. Again, he's wrapped up nicely by Utoikamanu. That was a close call. Harris, flat-footed that time. Tavanga. Looking for that offload. Not coming this time. Johnson kicks, and now a little bit of indecision there. Tupou ended up taking it brilliantly after initially slipping. Kapau with the next carry. Sirinen. Tavanga make the tackle. A real arm wrestle in the second half now. There's no Foaluma. Pretty even on the stats sheet too, as David Clemmer is back out there now.
First step was a big one, David Clemmer.
Knock on there. At the play the ball by David Clemmer. And he's staggered, he can't believe it.
For a challenge.
Matty, we've got a captain's challenge on tackle 4. We've got a knock on against David Clemmer on the ground. Go check him out.
Just watching the grip of David Clemmer. David Clemmer always has possession of the ball at this stage. The ball is always in David Clemmer's grip. There is no knock on. The challenge by the West Tigers is successful.
Well, he knew. He got it right. That time up, he threw his cell, was happy to challenge the referee. Been a few pleas for him to challenge the game tonight, and he's said no, fallen on deaf ears.
Tackle 4. Wait here.
Clemmer's been around a long time now. Still only 29.
Last one, release.
Hasn't played rep football for a while. Now that kicks inside the 40. Royce slipped, unfortunately, so Tuopiki. Again, good anticipation by the fullback. Done the best to rattle him, haven't they? But they haven't really. He's got a good head on his shoulders, Tuopiki, isn't he?
He's a young talent.
Very composed player. Watani Zalesniak. With the tackle that time. Now Josh Curran.
Manu coming over the top.
Harris. There's Metcalf running again. That was touched and played at by Norfoluma. Should restart the tackle count, and it has. Oh, Montoya, the big fin. So set here. Full set for the Warriors inside the 30. Here's forward. Down to the 20. The Tigers for that first try in the second half. Johnson, beautiful hands. Watani's Lesniak can't quite link up though. And that's been lost forward there by the Tigers. And it's a restarted tackle count. And away goes Dalla Watani's Lesniak.
Oh, the desperation from the Tigers. Desperation from both sides, in fact. This game really is anybody's. They're just taking every opportunity to fight for every inch they can.
Just give some space here, okay?
Again, it's that leading with the forearm, isn't it?
Okay? It's going to be meters. Space here, toe. It's going to be a penalty, okay? Just take it back here against Dalla. It's the same as the one in the first.
Can I just watch how long they're laying on us?
Yeah, we'll do.
Even when we find a good position, I feel like they're just pushing.
Yeah, that's why you got that series of penalties down there, okay? Dallin, you're on report.
Bateman is a clever player. He knows what was going on right there from the moment that contact around the throat happened.
It's one of those ones when the referees are saying that there's penalties or there's rulings that are black and white. To do what's best for your team.
Of course, there was that other one in the first half where Papali'i also, but he didn't stay down like Bateman did there. So Clemmer off the penalty. You take what you can in high-level sport, no matter what the sport is. You're always looking for that little extra edge, aren't you? Twal it is. Playing it right on the halfway line. Laurie.
Some nice shape there from the Tigers. Laurie's threatening. Could always sell. Is just as lively.
Bateman back on the inside comes Upoi Kamanu. Good hands from Laurie. Now Clemmer. Two tackles left in the set. Laurie. Bateman. Last play now for the Tigers. Tigers, remember, have never been in front in this game, but they're right there. Brooks with the kick. That's a good kick, that one. Now, where's that gone? It's played on, and here comes Papali'i. Will it be a try, though, Isaiah Papali'i?
Right, tackle 6 here, mate. Have no try. It's got to confirm that the first touch is a Tiger that goes forward.
Well, that seemed to be what happened. Let's see.
The Tigers kick chase are all on sides, playing on this stage. The ball comes off the right hand of Isaiah Papali'i and travels in a forward direction. We have a decision.
Papali'i probably knew.
Well, he's been everywhere as well. If anyone wants to win this game, it's probably none more than him. Coming home.
11. Just wait up here.
Playing his new colours.
11, yeah.
Koroisau and Papali'i are the leading tacklers in the game, 39 and 35 respectively. Both putting in big shifts in this game.
Alex here.
Koroisau's been brilliant. He's trying to jump out and get a 40-20 out of dummy half. He's trying to snipe. He's doing all the defensive things, all the little 1%ers you don't expect your X-Factor players to do.
Dane Laurie came out of there looking for a little knock-on, and he's got it.
Challenge, knock-on.
Straight away, one of the challenge.
Right, tackle 2. On-field decisions and knock-on Warriors. Tigers are challenging.
I think I meant the Warriors are challenging.
Warriors are challenging a knock-on, yep.
Just looking to see how the ball comes out in the arm of Dane Laurie.
It's like strip to me.
Dane Laurie's hand is underneath the ball and pulls the ball out in the stripping motion. The challenge by the Warriors is successful.
That's another good call by the officials.
There is nothing in this game. It really isn't. You just sort of think a call or a little bit of a shift in momentum could be the undoing of a side tonight. It will really help one side to get ahead. 4 points of difference. So much to play for.
How good has Dane Laurie been? What an excellent game he's had. Now Barnett, he had his issues with his hands in the first half. Another penalty coming the Warriors' way. Barnett didn't like the high shot. Utoi Kamanu is right in there.
Come on, boys.
Clemmer and Barnett, of course, teammates at the Knights last year.
Well, it's not the way for the Tigers. Back-to-back penalties. Wouldn't want to upset Stefano. He's a big man. He loves throwing his weight around.
Mitch.
You're going to come off second.
Yeah. Sean, use that line, please. Use the line.
Well, this is the moment right now, isn't it? For the Warriors to kick clear again.
Wait.
What's a chance to kick clear or to add some pressure, build pressure for a sustained period of time, and that could be a little 5-10 minute period down this end could be all the difference.
Cernan, that's Harris. Barnett looking to squeeze through there. Lima tackles his old teammates. Harris, Johnson, shot ball to Curran, who's lost it. Another penalty to the Warriors. And a high shot on Josh Curran.
That's the third penalty in a row.
Again, not much in that, is there?
No, I think it was around his shoulder, to be honest.
And Koroisau was absolutely livid with that call. He's had a big discussion with Chris Butler. And the Warriors are going to go for the 2 points here.
I can see from Chris Butler's point of view from that angle, when you see that arm get elevated, and that's what happens, that's what you think. But very hard done by. I don't think it was a high tackle.
Chris had a bit down here too with where we were at the bin.
What do you reckon about, Honey, what do you reckon about the Warriors going for the 2 points here?
Yeah, well, there was no hesitation from Captain Tohu Harris, who pointed to the post immediately after the penalty was awarded. So they know they're in a tight tussle, they're in this arm wrestle, they'll be chasing these points. And I can confirm that the crowd capacity is 25,118 tonight. We're a full house.
Yeah, wonderful, isn't it?
Well, it's not an easy kick. It's got to make sure that this kick goes dead. And once again, we see that Sean's taking the reins back.
It's a 50-50 call to go for the 2. Johnson gets the 2. Gets them up by 6.
He's in this rich vein of form. Just can't.
What do you reckon, Monty? Would you have gone for the 2 there? Or kept the pressure on?
Well, I felt there was a sustained bit of pressure down there, although last time out when they had the opportunity to go for the kick for goal or the kick, they took some time making a decision. This time they knew straight away, so maybe it was a call from up above.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Maybe if they were 6 clear to go 8 clear, you'd probably say yes, but I don't know. 24-18, 10 minutes to play. Barnett with the first carry. Now Jackson forward.
Oh, his house been everywhere. Look at him at the bottom of that.
Cernan. Again, it's a sign the Warriors are backing their defence, aren't they? Yep, they believe they can do it defensively and bring it home here. Adam Fanua-Blake. That's a good run by Adam Fanua-Blake. He's lost it. He's lost it. Oh, gee. That is a game of small margins, isn't it?
Well, once again, it was big uppy, or a little uppy, I should say. It was a second attempt at it. He wasn't tackled. He went over the top.
Here's another replay. Brilliant play from Kuroisau.
He just never gives up. He hasn't stopped all night. He really has been doing the 1%ers, been fighting for his side. Every opportunity to contribute to his side's cause, to get them up and ahead, he does. And a wonderful game.
10 minutes to play. Tigers really have to score next, clearly. They have any chance in this game. Kuroisau. They've had a gallant effort in this game. Yeah, 9-game losing streak. They've had a couple of tight losses. Last week's game as Laurie almost sneaks through again. Last week's game against the Raiders, they only lost to the Dragons by 4 and the Raiders by 1 earlier. Oh, Clemmer. And unforced errors like that are not called for.
Oh, he won't be happy. His first stint was a good one. This time out, being a senior player, just to make those inroads through the middle. But they're in a great position to set up to mount an attack. Look up before his teammate, Mitch Barnett.
John. Wait, boys. Around, John. Stay on. Short clock off. No, boys. Come. No. Boys, tighten that, boys. Stand up. Boys, sit down. You got it. You're in this guy. Short time's off. Tighter. It's a scrum. Come on. Yeah, well, you hold up here. Let's go. Time's off. Heads down.
It's just one of those games, isn't it? Not a niggle in it. Martinez and Lesniak with the first carry off the scrum. Brilliant try from him in the first half, of course. Now Barnett. 127 metres, 13 carries. Fanor Blake's had 20 carries in the game, 190 metres.
An absolute weapon.
Huge game from him. Here he is again. Yeah, look at that. That carry there is as good as his first, Monty.
Its initial contact is one thing, but then it's the leg drive and
Johnson just overcooking that kick just a touch. Again, he would have loved it to stay in field there. Not the worst result, clearly.
Yeah, you've still got a couple of Tigers guys coming back on side. They've been working very hard, and as a result, draining their fuel tanks. Also the position against him. Good line speed there from the Warriors.
They're going to have to watch everything. Remember, 2 of those tries that the Tigers have scored have been from long range in this game. Now Clemmer this time, good on the ball. Laurie. And Paulie just not quite timing off that pass that time. Good run by, I think that's not Fulumo who's come in to carry that, or is it Stafford Tor? Got that first try, Stafford Tor. Kiwi-born player, of course, Laurie, almost getting through again. The value of having a running 5'8". Metcalf's been in that sort of form all game as well. Now Papali'i, great play from him. Tupou. Brooks, it's still the last play. Was that forward? No, it was. Yes, it was.
Well, they're trying everything, the Tigers. You see Papali'i coming with the one-hand carry. Beautiful grip, trying to keep the ball alive. Luke Brooks that time a little bit too fancy.
Now penalty to the Warriors. There's been some back chat. There's the pass again. You can see Brooks. Someone didn't like the call.
I think it was Luke Brooks. That's what you do as halfbacks. You let your voice be heard.
Well, we talk about in these last couple of minutes that drop ball from David Clemmer, and now that penalty for discipline, just hampering the Tigers a touch.
And from 2 of their key players in terms of experienced campaigners who should know better. Although desperation does exercise, but as a team, these are 2 of the guys that, like Uppy, have been trying really hard for their side.
Yeah, 418 games between them, David Clemmer and Luke Brooks. Fanor Blake on the 3rd tackle. Harris, short ball to Barnett. Nice option that time. The Warriors looking all of a sudden a little bit more threatening in this set. Can they go on with it and seal it? Johnson, Curran, hit hard, but a ball's still alive. Barnett tidies up on the 10-metre line. Last play now. Sirenen. Johnson. Short ball. Jackson forward. And he got tipped up forward. It's a handover.
Well, I think Sean was setting up for the one, but the kick pressure from the Tigers was brilliant. So they went for the run shape instead. Jackson Ford almost got there.
Nothing silly. Time's off. Hey, hey. Oh, push right on. John, calm down, okay? Wait. Wait.
That's brilliant.
Time's on. Go. No time.
The cut and thrust of top-level sport. You love it.
Hold. Release. Go one.
Here's Tor.
Alan, move.
Well, the Tigers at the wrong end of the football field. We're inside the last 5 minutes. Can they do a Hail Mary try? Isaiah Papali'i. It's good on that offload, but Curran sealed it off really well there. Oh, cheap ball was hit hard. It's a knock on.
Josh Curran, that's what you do. You come off the bench. You need to make an impact.
Tackle 4, mate. On-field rulings, a knock on Tigers.
That was a huge effort play from Josh Curran.
Just looking if Sean Ball maintains possession of the ball.
Go check all that, mate. But what we don't want, like, Luke costs you a penalty before the set, okay? So we don't need... Okay? Yeah, I'm just saying.
Let's just see here. Where's Curran? Initial contact here.
I think he lost the ball into Curran. He just bobbled it just before he got into contact.
Any high contact too, Matteo.
Initial contact looked like it was on the arm, didn't it? There. And then it's gone up around
Sean
there.
Ball loses possession of the ball into the arm of Josh Curran. The challenge by the Tigers is unsuccessful.
Well, needed 2 or 3 looks just to confirm it.
Just shows you how hard it is for referee on the spot and the moment at speed to make the right calls. This is when he shaped for the drop kick. Run pass was there. Oh, Jareem Buller, wonderful job holding him up,
Didn't he?
Time's off already.
It's been a real battle this game, hasn't it? It really has.
Jareem, stay in.
Tigers in the last couple of weeks. The field hard done by. This game's not over, but even last week against Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, they got close in that game too, very close.
Isaiah, move! He's short. Go one.
Sirenen. Harris, we saw Johnson setting up for a field goal attempt
Short room now. Here, Uppy. Wait.
a short time ago. Here's Johnson. Off the right shoulder goes Curran. Curran backs himself towards the goal line.
They're close to the line now.
Yeah. Harris. Johnson with a gap. Jackson forward. Good tackle there from Bateman and Stafford Tor. Sirenen, Johnson. Fanor-Blake. That'll be that in this game. Adam Fanor-Blake, he's had a monster game. 235 metres. 22 tackles and 23 carries, and now a try.
And it is a try for the icing on top of the prop forward cake. You mentioned it. His numbers have been brilliant. Been very strong on the field for his side. Just going to have a look now at the possible obstruction before they confirm the try. But if it's not, we've already seen he's been one to get under the black dot a number of times. This would be try number 7 if this try is confirmed.
Try still not confirmed, but Fanor-Blake, regardless, has had a huge game.
Coming off the field as well. Let's hope he's okay.
Try's been confirmed. And he's had 71 minutes of play, so he's only been off the field for 5 minutes. And now he'll hopefully, well, fingers crossed, first of all, that that's not a serious injury. It's just gone, fallen awkwardly perhaps there on the leg, scoring the try. Andrew Webster's now having a chat. I think he's all right. Webster's just gone, how you going, mate? Tapped him on the shoulder and walked away instantly. So there's a goal from Pompey. 30 points to 18.
I feel for the Tigers. Defensively, they've been all over the place. Look at them scrambling, shooting across. In their utmost best to try and propel the try. Webster down sideline now. A bit nervous, checking on his man, Adam Fanua-Blake. Why wouldn't you when he's in that type of form?
This win has been far from easy. It's a really earner. Gallant Tigers side, proving that there's really no easy games in the NRL, right, Monty?
You know, at the back end of the year, the sides that are less fancy sometimes got nothing to play for. That throwing caution to the wind does more than enough.
Well, referee Butler says it went over the 10 metre, the 40, and drifted back. So play on. Papali'i. Here's Clemmer.
Stand there, Jazz!
This is the last time a front row ran for 239 metres. Oh, it's a great burst there by Sean Bloor. Great play from Laurie. Oh, great Tigers try again. Geez, they can turn it on when they want to. Stafford Toa in for a second.
Oh, they can score from anywhere. We've said that. Plenty of threat, plenty of speed. Doesn't matter how far you're out this Tigers side when they want to, when they're in that mood. And normally, because of this guy up in Kurosau, they can score from anywhere. The call from the referee is that went 10 metres. He said play on. We heard the call a number of times. It was up who jumped on the ball. They split it out to the right. It's a short ball from John Bateman. Bloor goes through, passes back on the inside. Brilliant play there.
Yeah, great try. The second try of the game. And a brilliant finish. Well, Kurosau now with an important kick. This will get the Tigers back to within 6 with just under 2 to play.
Which we know is a lifetime.
Exactly. We just think back to that Raiders game. Oh, gee whiz, he's within a whisker there.
If you're a Tigers fan, you've got to be so proud of your colours, of your team and how they've been playing last week, this week, and throughout the previous 9 losses.
Yeah, there's been some pretty comprehensive defeats in there, Monty, but, you know, there's been 3 really tight losses that they've had in there. It's tough losses, but that's rugby league. And the Warriors 8 clear with 90 seconds to play. Clemmer returns the ball. He's got a huge wake-up call by the Raiders in their last match 3 weeks ago. Clemmer. Really got to score now. They've got to spread it and go for it. It's really their only chance. Laurie. Here's Sean Bloor, made that break. Now he creates some second phase play. Bateman. Bateman brushes off a couple of tackles. Oh, this is brilliant. Tigers really turning it on here. And now it's Pole, who hasn't been brought to ground yet. Kurosau keeps it on the short side. Brooks looking for gaps. The Tigers continue to hunt as we see Sean Bloor again creating havoc on that edge. He's lost it. And Jackson Ford has picked it up. And surely that will be that now.
Oh, take a bow, Tigers. Refusing to give in. Just throwing the ball around.
To Opiki. Tavanga. It'll be nothing flash from the Warriors in these last 20 seconds. Another win coming up now for the Warriors. They've been on quite the run. It'll be their 5th win in a row. Eighth win from their last 9 games. It's been another ugly win for them, just like last week against the Titans. But it's a win nonetheless, and ultimately, at this point of the season, that's all that matters. It's the Warriors 30, the Tigers 22.